Cell signaling pathway animation, adrenocorticotropic hormone, or ACTH. The ligand in this pathway is ACTH. We will begin in the brain, specifically the hypothalamus. When the body experiences stress or low cortisol levels, the hypothalamus signals the anterior pituitary gland to release a hormone called corticotropin-releasing hormone, or CRH. In response to the CRH, the anterior pituitary gland produces and releases ACTH into the bloodstream. ACTH is a messenger hormone that travels through the body looking for its target. ACTH's journey continues now as it goes through the bloodstream through the aorta tube, then through the renal artery, and finally to the adrenal glands, which sit on top of the kidneys. Once it arrives, ACTH binds to a G protein-coupled receptor, GPCR, called the melanocortin-2 receptor, MC2R, located on the surface of the adrenal cortex cells in the adrenal glands. The adrenal cortex is the outer layer on the adrenal gland.
ACTH, the ligand, acts through a G protein receptor that activates a G protein. The protein has three subunits, alpha, beta, and gamma. The alpha subunit has a bound GDP. That GDP is released and exchanged for GTP. The alpha protein and GTP separates from the beta and gamma subunits. The alpha subunit binds to an enzyme called adenylyl cyclase. Adenylyl cyclase is bound in the cell membrane, and it converts ATP into cyclic adenosine monophosphate, also known as CAMP. The increase in CAMP activates the enzyme known as protein kinase, or PKA. PKA adds phosphate groups to other proteins, changing their shape and activity, and as a result, a response is produced, which is the production of cortisol, and it is released into the bloodstream.
Cortisol reaches target organs such as the liver and muscle cells. In the liver, cortisol stimulates gluconeogenesis, which produces glucose to ensure the body has enough energy during stress. Cortisol also helps in the muscle tissues by mobilizing energy reserves to maintain function under stress.
To maintain balance, cortisol participates in a negative feedback loop. It signals the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary gland to reduce CRH production when cortisol levels are high. This decrease in CRH reduces ACTH production from the anterior pituitary gland, ensuring that cortisol levels return to normal. This feedback mechanism is essential for maintaining homeostasis.
In summary, ACTH is a crucial hormone in the stress response, acting as a messenger to stimulate cortisol production. This communication between the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands is essential for maintaining balance in the body during times of stress.